What up, guys? I'm here on Millions, and we are about to start our first live shop here with our first guest. Will be coming up shortly, so y'all stay tuned. If you're on IG Live, this is the first time I'll be hosting an event for Millions, and if you'd like to go over to Millions, the link is in my bio as well as in my story. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started here shortly. If it's too bright, let me cut some of these lights down. Whoop. Boom. If y'all could see or tell me if the lighting is good, let me know, and we'll get started right away.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. What up, guys? Everybody on IG Live, if you'd like to, we're live on Millions, and we are about to start our live shop. What up, Sean? I got my F3. Start our live shop here. We have our first guest. Our two guests today will be Liz Carmouche as well as Caitlin Katniss Neal. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll get rolling here shortly. Boom, boom. All right, looking for my guest. Oh. Hey, Liz, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Hey, what about now?
All right, I got you. Yeah, there's a bit of an echo. Is that through Millions? That was happening to me on one of my streams not too long ago.
Yeah, just had through Millions and just kicked me out of it.
Oh, okay. I don't have you on the Millions platform just yet. I'm gonna text Jose real quick. Just he said, hold on one sec, and then we'll get started shortly. Boom. Okay, we are started.
Simplify. Looks like I froze. Oh, no.
All right. That whatever is happening to you happened to me 2 streams in a row where like I would freeze and then I would just get like an echo and feedback over and over, and I was just like, oh my god. It happened during 2 of the big fights too.
Oh yeah, that's always been the worst.
Yes, unfortunate. But Jose said he's gonna try one more time, and whenever he gives me the thumbs up, we'll go ahead and get started. See if it lets you get in the million stream or not.
Okay. Let's see. See, no echo so far?
No echo. Good.
Still good? Still good? Still good? Nope, me too.
Oh man.
I paused it.
Yeah, did that happen once you hit start stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That same thing happened to me. I don't know what it is. I had to use a different computer, but we ran all these test streams and everything went well. And then as soon as every time I would hit start, it would just act all crazy. So I'm gonna.
He wants me to mute on my phone. See if that.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me? Anything?
What up, guys? Hope everybody in our chat just be a little bit patient with us. We're having a tiny bit of technical difficulty getting connected, but once we get connected, we will get started with our live shop.
I can hear you okay.
All right, let's see. Am I Liz's student? Hopefully one day I can be. I don't want that smoke. I know we both in the bantamweight division, but that's not the smoke that I want. All right. Whoa. All right. Let me see. Jose got boom. You decided you fit it off. Follow the conversation. You start now. All right. So Jose said we can go ahead and get started. So we can go ahead and start, and we'll just do it through. We'll do it through IG, and then we'll just go from there.
Cool.
All right. Can you unmute your phone? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yep. Good. Oh man, it still have the echo in there. Boom.
Yeah, it's only if I mute IG that we don't get the echo. All right. Gonna have fun today.
Boom. All right. I still can't. I still don't have any audio.
All right. Let me see.
Hold on. Is it your birthday today?
No.
Let's see. Once we get this audio going, we'll start the live shop.
There we go. Straight echo.
All right, so if we just go through Instagram and not through the millions, will it cut it off?
Yep.
All right, let's do it like that, and I'll save the video from Instagram and send it to Jose, and then we'll have one just the feed on my millions, and we'll do that.
Okay. All right.
All right, we good? Yeah, we're good. First of all, is it your birthday today?
No, it's the Marine Corps birthday yesterday, and then it's Veterans Day today.
Okay. I saw somebody say happy birthday, and I was like, well, I knew you were a veteran, so first and foremost, I want to say thank you for your service. I currently live in Warner Robins, Georgia, which is a military town, so we get a lot of veterans and people from the Air Force Base and coming in and out. We do seminars with Cole Miller every Veterans Day. So he just did a combative seminar, and then we have an X-Guard seminar tomorrow. But I do want to say thank you for your service. For everybody who joins us, I'm pretty sure you already know who I'm talking to. Liz Carmouche, Bellator champ, right? Former Marine Corps vet, fought in the flyweight as well as the bantamweight division. Very accomplished in the sport of MMA and mixed martial arts. And I had a question for you on this little intro. I'm pretty sure you've gotten it a couple times, but what was it like fighting a friend, someone you were really, really close to, that you're going in there knowing that, hey, my job is to try and put this person's lights out, or, do as much damage and take as little damage as possible when you care for a person? What was that like?
Yeah, it's really weird. I wish it had been maybe like its teammate where we broke it up and we weren't close anymore and there was animosity. It would have made it so much easier, right? To feel some type of negative energy going in there. When it's a friend who you're checking in with, hey, how are you doing? Right before the fight, it made it really hard. Especially because as soon as she went down and it was the end of the fight, she was hurt. The first thing I wanted to do was go console her and make sure she was okay and have somebody that cared about her right by her side.
Yeah.
So definitely made getting in there and just trying to punch her in the face really difficult.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I get asked that question every now and then. People are like, when you hit that guy, were you thinking don't follow? I said, there's nothing in me that's thinking that. So now, if my friend was across the cage that I cared for, do you hold something back? Are you reserved? Were you holding anything back, or were you just letting it fly and say, hey, I'll deal with the repercussions of our friendship afterwards?
No, I definitely feel like I was definitely holding some things back. I felt like, for one, I could have punched her more in the face, and I wasn't doing that. And then even with the leg kicks, if I had been an opponent, there would have been a lot more follow through, right?
Yeah.
If it had been an opponent and they fell to the ground, this is it. I'm going to dive on it. I'm going to keep chopping that leg while they're on the ground so they can't stand back up. And every time, I can't do it. I went down. I'm like, I wanted you to just fall into a guillotine like it happened at the end of the second round. So that way it's easy, painless injury.
Yeah.
It's over. I just came home for okay, she'll fall forward and be done, and it just wasn't happening.
I always say that chokes are the most skilled, but also the most kind of honorable to go out, because if you have an ego, you're not gonna tap, and if you're fighting someone you do jiu-jitsu and MMA all the time, you get somebody in a choke, there's literally no damage once they tap or they go out. They just wake up. But everything else in martial arts base is damage. And Cole Miller, who's a 20-time UFC vet, almost 50 professional fights, he has a rule at his gym. And rule number 1 is don't die. Rule number 2 is take as little damage as possible. And then rule number 3 is look cool. So so that's something that I go into every fight, and then exactly what you just said, man, if you just fell into a guillotine, that would have been something cool. But when you're putting damage, you're kicking legs, you're throwing basically your fist to someone's face, it's definitely a different outlook. I could kind of see it when I was watching the fight. I was like, you could kind of tell just a tad. It was like
the leg kicks, I could have kicked the knee out, right? It could have been okay, let me aim for the kneecap instead of the thighs. But I was aiming for that nerve cluster that shuts down the whole leg. But it shuts the whole leg down. That's why I kept hitting over and over until it finally ended. It was she blew out her knee. I'm like, no, she's training again. She's not her knee's falling.
She's got drop foot. She's got that nerve. That calf kick is, if you can catch your timing on that calf kick, you can really throw off your opponent's game plan. Because if they can't put weight on that lead leg, or even if they do, because that people don't understand, when you do the calf kick and you're hitting that nerve, that perennial nerve you're talking about, even if they put weight, the nerve is not a muscle. It doesn't take much to get drop foot. We all saw it in a couple big fights, but obviously the Henry Cejudo in Mighty Mouse is probably one of the most notable. We're like, what happened to his foot? And then we had the Cheeto Vera versus Sean O'Malley. The first one, everybody thought O'Malley's ankle was injured. I was like, no, it was the calf kicks. So kudos to you on doing things a lot of people wouldn't do. They wouldn't fight their friends. And, you see it in MMA, in high-level MMA now, like where Aljamain Sterling's like, hey, I'm going to move out of the division because, my teammate's in the division and won't do it. So, hats off to you for taking that one when a lot of people wouldn't have. So.
And, I kept trying to entice Bellator, let's do a 135 division. Let's move the weight class. I'll go to 135. She stays at 125, but we never have to fight each other because we knew there was no way getting around it. She kept being like, I want this fight. I'm like, I guess we have to do this then.
Got you. So I wanted to talk a little bit about just your experience with Millions. How long have you been with Millions, and what are some of the things that you can say that Millions has done for you as an athlete? Because I feel like a lot of athletes don't really know how helpful Millions is, and I just kind of wanted to get your perspective on like how long have you been with Millions, and what things have you seen, since you started to where you're at now?
Yeah, so I've been with Millions, I want to say for a little over a year now, and there's been some big changes. The market is growing. Their understanding of what the athletes need and what they want is growing. And so with that, they're expanding out and reaching out to more opportunities for athletes. The biggest thing that Millions does is they advocate and they go out on behalf of the athlete to get them everything they could possibly need. Like, okay, you want to sell merch, we'll make that happen for you. We can put it all together, make it as seamless as possible for you. You need endorsement deals, you need sponsorship deals. They're doing everything to make our lives easier so we have another source of income coming in to make being a professional fighter a real life full-time thing instead of just theoretical discussions and not really a deal for us.
That's a big one, and you're like cream of the crop. Like if you said, all right, there's 7 billion people on the planet, how many people just fight? You say, okay, like fight, like actually train fighting. You'd say less than 1%. And then of that 1%, you would say, how many of that 1% compete? Probably 1% of that. And then you say, how many of that compete on a high level? And then that's another. So you just keep chopping it down, and you're like the cream of the crop, the top of the top. You fought, across all the greatest platforms from the UFC to Bellator, and the one sacrifice, and you would know this more than anyone, especially someone as a service member, is like time. Time is the one thing you don't get back. So, like, can you explain a little bit like how Millions has provided you with more time to do what you love because they take, what the things that they're taking off your plate?
Yeah, so with sponsors before, like I was trying to make different merchandise, and I can't draw. Like I have these ideas in my head, and I want to put together a logo. I'm like, I'm thinking this and this, and they're like, cool, just sketch it up and send it to me. I'm like, a stick figure? Like, it's any closer to what we want. And so I spent all that time trying to put together. I'm like, this didn't help anything, right? And so Millions, like, I shoot some ideas, and I'm like, okay, cool. And before you know, within a week, not even that long, they're sending over prototypes of this is look right to you. Is this what you're kind of looking for? And so that would normally take me 6 hours trying to just get an idea constructed to even start it.
Yeah.
We've already gone past that. We have something that we're working with. So that shaved off a lot.
Boom.
Benefit to that. I'm engaging with all the fans that are out there, and they're giving me again another source where I can communicate with my fans and talk with them and be able to share with them while also getting to enjoy the fight. So it gets to be a 2-for-1 deal there. And then they're able to put together videos just based off our own content that we're putting out with the watch parties to be able to send it out to advocate for us for sponsors. When I've gone door to door of businesses knocking with like cards that I made of like, hey, will you please sponsor me? And like, I lost my whole week in doing this, and I don't have to as Millions. Like they do it for me. That's saving me. I can't even count the hours that I must be saving.
Nice, perfect. So we'll wrap it up with the last two things that I'd just like you to expand a little bit more on. I see you have 10 merch items, and then you have memorabilia. You have only 25. You only have 25 pair of signed glove. I love the fact anytime you make something exclusive, because it's like, hey, scarcity drives value. If everybody can get a pair of signed, Liz Carmouche gloves, then it wouldn't be as valuable. So I like the fact that you have a number on there. You're like, hey, we got 25 signed gloves. It's great for a holiday gift, guys. So if you know any MMA fans out there, definitely stop by the shop and grab some merch from Liz Carmouche. But can you maybe expand on maybe just one of your ideas for one of your like merch items, like, you have your logo or your favorite fight shirt, like what inspired that idea, and how'd you come up with, that, hey, this is going to be the thing that I want people to rock or represent me from?
Yeah, I'd say there'd be two things on there. For one, post-fight, I usually have given off like merchandise to a fan that couldn't buy it, and I wore this in the fight, people demanding, and I'm like, I don't know if I should sell this to them. And Millions kind of like, hey, we can help you do that. Fans are asking for this. This is fight worn. It's got all my sweat, blood, whatever from the fight. It's that exciting as that moment of capturing the belt, and I have the clothing that I wore that night that can be sold off.
Yeah.
And then, of course, coming up with the logo, I've been trying to find something that emulated my fight name, and the gorilla is like my branding and my logo, and they were able to help me put that together. So I have both my autograph signature.
That's a great name, by the way. That's a great name. That's awesome.
So I have my autograph signature is something that they can get on memorabilia, on clothing, hats, things of that nature. And then we also came up with a new logo that they can also get on merch.
All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you for your explanation and your time. Everybody, look, if you don't already, y'all go to Millions. Remember to follow your favorite athletes like Liz Carmouche on Millions. You don't have to worry about Instagram algorithms, not seeing what they post and things like that. Follow them directly on Millions. It doesn't cost anything. Enter your email address. Stay up to date with your favorite mixed martial artists as well as fighters from other platforms. So y'all go get that memorabilia. They're only 25. I'm pretty sure after this, it'll probably be like 15 or 10 left. So get that. Go ahead and get those signed gloves from Liz Carmouche. Make sure y'all thank her for her service, former Marine Corps vet. And we appreciate your time and everything that you did with us today.
Thank you. It's great talking with you.
All right. It's great as well. All right, y'all. That was the live. Give me 1 second, and then we'll have our next guest in. Hello? Yes. Yes, I'm refreshing it. I'm refreshing it right now. I'm refreshing it right now, and then boom. Okay, here it is. It's refreshing. Okay. Okay, we see you back. So you're good.